You're listening to the Bring the Thunder podcast, a podcast by fans for fans.
Yes, you are indeed, and welcome back to the Bring the Thunder podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Jack at the Thunder Covers. Go follow him on all socials. Big game tonight, Jack. Huge game. OKC hosting San Antonio Spurs. 7 o'clock Central Time on Peacock. So this is a televised game. Jack and I will be there if you guys want to come meet us before the game like last game. I believe we'll be outside the Northwest entry, so come join us down there, maybe do a little trivia. But back to the game here. I mean, this is just a massive game for OKC. Obviously 0-3 against the Spurs this year. 3 of their 7 losses against the Spurs this year. But with that being said, I mean, OKC is relatively healthy today. The only person on the injury report outside of Topic and Sorber is Hartenstein, who will not be playing. For the Spurs, it's just Vassell, which is actually pretty huge for OKC because Vassell's known to kill OKC every time we play them. So that being said, the starting lineups or expected starting lineups for the Spurs: De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Champagnie, Harrison Barnes, and Victor Wembanyama. For OKC, it's SGA, Cason Wallace, Lou Dort, J-Dub, and Chet. I already mentioned the Hartenstein injury, who has been making some progress or expected to return relatively soon, I would think. Jack, expectations for tonight. I know there's a lot of, I don't want to say nervousness in OKC, but there's going to be a lot of energy tonight.
Big expectations for this game. I mean, man, what a great one to go and watch in person. So I'm pumped for that. But yeah, big test. We're fully healthy outside Hartenstein. I think we found a role on offense that really, ever since the third quarter in that Memphis game, I know it's only been a game and a half, but it really clicked, and you could visibly see the change. And the Bulls swinging more freely, people are more confident. We're at home, so our shooters should be good. I mean, we're going to be there fueling the players. So I'm confident. We're whilst we've been in OKC, the Thunder have been 2-0, so we might extend that to 3-0 tonight. But yeah, it's going to be a great one. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, it should be an exciting one. And Spurs fans, I know you guys love to comment on our YouTube. We're very thankful for that. If you guys are in OKC for the game, come meet us. We'd love to interact with you guys, interview you guys as well. So don't be shy about that. But yeah, I'm super pumped for this one. Should be a real exciting one. The Spurs are coming off a loss against Minnesota, but they got a win on the road in Boston. Obviously, OKC just took down Miami, and then they're coming off that win in Memphis as well. But the Miami game was very convincing to me because Miami's around 500, but they have a solid team, and for OKC to beat them like they normally beat teams at home, it's a good sign. Everyone looked good. Chet held Bam Adebayo to 6 points. Had a lot of blocks, really, really strong blocks, really strong presence in the paint. It was really fun to see. SGA did SGA things, and J-Dub's looking like, dare I say it, he's looking like himself again, which is very, very scary for the rest of the league because obviously we know if J-Dub's playing at his level, they're a championship caliber team, obviously the reigning champs. So that being said, we'll get into our first segment of the show. It's overrated, underrated, X Factor, and favorite. And Jack, the Spurs fans hate when I do the overrated section, but I'll let you go first and you swing back to me.
Last game I chose Andrew Wiggins, and of course he went pretty crazy, so I'm not going to jinx myself. No bad omens for tonight's game. I'm respecting this team. No overrated player for me tonight. Call me superstitious, but
yeah, for me, I just Spurs fans, let's go. You know what? Let's go back and forth here. It's De'Aaron Fox. I'm sorry. De'Aaron Fox is a good player. It's not a good matchup for him. Yes, last game he played wonderful in OKC. I just don't expect the consistency. The game before that, he didn't do nothing really. So give me De'Aaron Fox in the sense that OKC's guards will be ready for a game plan around Fox tonight, and I can guarantee that. That would be the lock of the night if there wasn't a betting section. But De'Aaron Fox is not going to have an easy night whatsoever tonight. Spurs fans, let me hear it in the comments. I'll get to you as fast as possible. Underrated, Jack.
There's quite a few guys you could go for this one, but again, based off our previous matchups, I think he's become underrated, especially in our defensive scheme. But Harrison Barnes, he's a knockdown three-point shooter. Like, he's going to make them wide open. so we can't overlook that and leave him open in the corner. We gotta have an eye on him, at least a late hand, I'd say. But at the last couple games, he's kind of been an afterthought in the defense, and then he just gets wide open threes. So I really don't want to see that happen tonight.
Yeah, no wide open threes for anyone, please. OKC, that would be nice. Mine's gonna remain, pretty much the same. I normally go with their guards. I'm going with Stephon Castle, not Fox, by the way. Stephon Castle. I think Stephon Castle in his second year, obviously, first year won the Rookie of the Year. This year is averaging 17-5, with about a steal and a half per game. Dude's unreal. Really good defensive guard, athletic, can shoot the ball, gets to the rim at ease. Like, there's nothing you could hate about Stephon Castle. The only thing you could hate about him is if you're going against him, because he might lock up your best player. For me, I think he's really good. I think there could be conversation that he's, the best player on this team. I'm gonna say it. I think he could easily, if he continues his trajectory. We know what Wembanyama is. But these guards, Vassell, Castle, Fox, Harper, have been really, really important for this team defensively and offensively, carrying the ball, handling the ball, shooting threes. The supporting cast around Wembanyama this year has been unbelievable, and that's why they're off to such a great start, even without Victor. Like when Victor was down, they were still winning games. So obviously we know Wembanyama is the best player on the team, but I could argue that Castle's, super important to this team, and maybe even as important to this team. We're gonna go.
I'll have to disagree with that. Expected tonight. Obviously, I have Victor Wembanyama. There's not really two ways about it. Like, this team's, I think, built around him, especially defensively. So if we can get him in foul trouble, that kind of thing, it'll change the landscape of the game. But I think I was talking to you about it last night. I think we just can't be afraid of him. The last couple of games, we haven't even been driving, getting to the hoop, and then that just leaves us with shooting threes, and we can't shoot threes at the moment. So we have to attack him. You'll get your shot blocked once or twice, but you'll also draw fouls. So getting him in foul trouble is a big one. And I think, obviously, if he's going offensively, it'll be pretty hard as well. So that's his matchup with Chet, especially, is the X factor tonight. Hopefully, Chet can really show him what's up.
Yeah, mine's gonna be interesting. There's a few ways I could go. I think I'm just gonna go with OKC's 3-point shooting, right? Because we know Wembanyama is such a force inside the paint. It's really hard to go up and finish over him. But every game OKC has played against the Spurs this year, they've shot like under 30% from three, and OKC, hasn't been shooting the best. They got to get back into it, because if you want to beat the Spurs, you got to knock down shots. I think it was right after the last time we played the Spurs, I believe. We shot like hell. I tried to get on the show and explain, well, if OKC shot better, they would have a better chance of winning, which is obviously a fact, because the Spurs went home and lost to Utah on their home floor, and Utah shot the lights out, right? So that's obviously the key to beating the Spurs. You got to shoot well, and you got to play good defense. So for tonight, I'm going to go with OKC's 3-point shooting. If they could get it going just a little bit here, which the offense has looked a little bit better, I think they should pull this one out. And then favorite, Jack.
Might be a bit controversial, but I have Jeremy Sohan. I know he gets a bit scrappy with us sometimes, but I kind of like that kind of player. Doesn't show up in the stat sheet, but he plays tough, rebounds well, screens well, good role player, and I'm excited to see that kind of player in person, because the last game we went to, the little things you pick up on sitting that close to the court is incredible. I mean, The main one was how much Shai actually gets fouled, but I don't want to make this into a 40-minute pregame show. But those kind of things, and I'm really excited to see what Jeremy Sohan looks like in real life. Like, I think there's little things that I might be able to see that really impressed me. So,
yeah, for me, I think I'm going to go with Stephon Castle. I just talked about him a lot. There's nothing I dislike about him. He gets to the paint. He can shoot the ball. He guards the best player. Athletic. Everything he does is super important for the Spurs team. I enjoy watching Stephon Castle play for now, until if they beat us a fourth time in a row, I might not enjoy it much. But For now, I enjoy Stephon Castle. With that being said, Jack, we'll get into the betting lines tonight. Vegas is not convinced yet about these San Antonio Spurs. Obviously, 3 wins against OKC this year, but they still have OKC minus 340 at home on the money line, minus 8.5 on the spread. Over/under just dropped down to 229.5, moved down a point. Expectations for tonight?
I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure I got the Heat one correct last game. I'm gonna say OKC win, but Spurs cover the spread. I think it's going to be less than 8.5, but we will win. I mean, we got to, right? So I can't come on here and say that OKC are going to lose. So, but I have to give the Spurs enough respect that it's going to be a close one, which is great for us. So,
yeah, I think with the way OKC's playing, this is the best test to see if the Spurs just are a better matchup. I think OKC is going to cover tonight. I think they've been playing really well. I think it's about time that they, prove that they're the reigning champs to these guys, even though the Spurs have had their number so far this year. It's a statement win. And even with, that being said, if they do cover, it's a nice win, but they're still 1-3 on the year and get to play it one more time. So I think tonight is a statement win. Cover the 8.5, take them to money line, and we'll get into some player props real quick. Obviously, we already know where SGA is sitting at. He's sitting at 31.5.
Over. That's another observation from the game last night. He started off 0 for 5 with his first 5 shots. I was like, oh, it's going to be a rough night. Next second, I look up. He's at the free throw line shooting for his 29th point, and I was like blown away, or 26th point, I believe. He gets his buckets really sneakily, and when he's flowing, he just gets them really easily. So I think he'll be on today, especially after having, what you can consider a rougher night for him last night. 2 nights ago. And yeah, I think 31.5 is easy for him because he'll be playing the 4th. That's only a couple more points than he had last time, and he missed 5 shots. So pretty confident.
Yeah, he had a really nice game against them in San Antonio the last time we played there, even though they, I think they blew us out in that one. But 22 at home when we got, our asses handled. 33 on the road, 29, 31. He sits around there. Every game. I wouldn't advise betting on it. I'm going to take the under. I think tonight has to be a team victory. I think they've been team victories as of late. I'll take the under 31.5. Victor Wembanyama is at 21.5.
Under. I don't think he's hit that line in any of the games we played. Granted, he has been on minute restrictions, but his impact has definitely felt more defensively against us than offensively. I don't think we've ever struggled with his scoring outbursts as opposed to someone like Devin Vassell or Keldon Johnson or De'Aaron Fox. One of those guys normally goes off for 20-plus points. Yep. So, again, pretty confident I'll take the under here.
Yeah, you're right there. He never really scores that much against OKC. He dominates inside the paint. Don't get that wrong. But I'll take the under as well. Like I said, I think OKC is going to have a really nice victory tonight. And it's always, when we play Spurs, it's always up to the surrounding cast every time. This year, especially. So I'll take the under on Wemby. J-Dub is at 17.5.
It should be an easy over, in my opinion. He's back, playing like himself. The 3-ball might even drop this game. I'm kind of feeling that. And if the 3-ball drops, if the 3-ball's dropping, it's easily over. But right now, I think he can hit that over.
Yeah, I'm going to go over as well. 17.5 seems light. J-Dub seems to be, himself again. If he knocks down a couple threes, it's an easy over. Chet, this is the most important matchup tonight. 16.5 points.
That's a tough line. I don't think he'll be scoring as much, but I just hope his 3-point shot is on. Draw Wemby out of the paint. So, he's averaging 18 points of the season, so I'm going to go over because we need it. If he's knocking down his threes, that'll create space for the rest of the team. And if he's knocking down his threes, he might be able to get a couple drives in. But if he's not, then Wemby can sag off a little bit and scoring becomes way harder. The court shrinks. So hopefully he can stretch the floor tonight.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think I'll take the under just because, he'll probably be getting guarded by Wemby the whole game, which is a tough matchup. I mean, if he still puts up 14, 15 points, it's still a good game. I expect more J-Dub tonight than Chet. Our favorite line has now been it's vanished. The 9.5, 10.5 points of AJ Mitchell, those times are done. He's now up to 12.5.
I love it. What a great guy, may I add. We met him after the game. I think. Yeah, I mean, I've gone over on the first three, but I'm not going to go under on AJ Mitchell 12.5. I think. Well, he's averaging 14, nearly 14.5 points. So let me go over. I think he'll get the good matchups. He might play a bit when Wemby's off the court, and if Wemby's off the court, I can see him getting to the rim easily for layups. Like his ability to just, I think it's his first step is just so quick that he gets by his defender, lays it up like nothing. It's pretty magical to watch because I don't know how he does it, but he's just laying the ball up, left-hand layups, and he gets his points that way. But I think he can definitely do that especially when Wemby's off the court. So give me the over.
Yeah, it's a tough line now. They're bumping it up. He hasn't played extremely well against the Spurs. He played in 2 games against the Spurs this year, I believe. Man. Actually, I think AJ only played in 1 game against the Spurs so far. I could be wrong. I'm going to still take the over. He's been such a great player for us as of late, all season long, really, but he's really coming on strong. He's running the second unit. Give me over 12.5 on AJ Mitchell and Jack. We're looking at the Aaron Fox. I told you the matchup it's tough for him. He's only sitting at 18.5. The dude averages 21 points per game, and he's dropped down 3 because of the matchup. So if you bash it on me 3 minutes ago and you stuck around, well, even Vegas agrees. So 18.5, Jack.
Under. I think he had like two points against us and then 26 points against us, something like that. So it's one or the other. And I gotta trust my gut here and go under.
Yep, under for me as well. I'll take the over on Stephon Castle, 15.5 though. Jack, I'm looking here. I'm really searching for a lock of the night, and I might need some help tonight.
Hey, what's the Wiggins lines looking like?
7.5 points, 1.5 threes. This might be a pick with my heart.
Hey, that worked last game.
No, I found it.
Okay.
I might even shout out too, but I'm going to start with easily the first one here. There's 2 guys you could choose from tonight. And I believe tonight is the night. I really believe tonight is the night. J-Dub, his line is over 0.5 threes. He needs to make 1 3. You could also do this with Case and Wallace, which I do like taking both. I actually am going to take both over 0.5 threes.
Yeah.
And I'm leaning Lou Dort over 1.5 as well. So I got 3 of the 3 locks tonight. I do believe OKC's going to shoot the ball well. I think J-Dub gets a 3. Kaysen gets a 3. And I like Lou for 2.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, I hope it happens, but I know I shouldn't be doubting your lock of the nights, but I wouldn't put any of my money on it. But you have gone like 15 for 15 in the last 15, so
yeah, I think we've missed 1 all season long so far.
Well, we got last games right with the Aaron Wiggins over. We did a little parlay over points and over threes. Of course. It hit.
It's just listen. If OKC wants to win tonight, those guys are gonna have to hit their threes. They're gonna be open. Just gotta make them. And I think tonight's the night for sure. All right. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you guys at the game. If you're not going to the game, root on the Thunder, boo the Spurs, even from your living room, and our team will see you guys after the game for our post-game live. Jack, anything else?
Big things coming this week. Check out the Friday episode. when it drops, 3 p.m. Central
Absolutely.
Time. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys after the game. And Thunder up, baby. Let's go.